Okay, today we're at Lavender Heights. We're gonna take a look at this home first, but we're also gonna take a look at our personal favorite house in this community, which is an amazing home on a huge lot. But the big thing about Lavender Heights is there's homes starting at $500,000 out here, so you can get in at a lower price point. You're right across the street from Discovery Park, which is the coolest park in all of Meridian, I think.
Yep.
You have Gem Prep Charter School across the street. You have a ton of new development coming here. You have a brand new Albertsons right down the road. You have easy access to Eagle. So it's just a top tier community with a pool and everything that you would want. So amazing community, but we're also gonna take a look at some amazing houses, starting off with this one right here.
Yeah, and we're gonna start outside on this one actually, because I absolutely love how they did the exterior on this. So it's not your one tone, all stucco. You have three different textures essentially. You have the wood shake look, you have your stone, and then you have some stucco right at the entryway. But in my opinion, it sets itself apart from a lot of the other homes, and they did a great job on the outside. And obviously on the inside, really cool features for a home that's listed right around the 900,000 mark. Your RV bay, everything you'd kind of expect from a community like this and a top-notch builder.
Yeah, no, love the backyard in this home. That's why we chose this one. Is not only does it have that RV garage, but it has an amazing backyard with a really good view of the mountains. Then heading into the front door, you got the tall front entrance with kind of a big grand patio. You get a bigger size little entryway than you see in some other houses. And before we tour this house, stay for the end, because we always try and do this, but stay for the end. We give away a Starbucks gift card, so watch out for the moment in the video that we tell you what you need to do to get that, but definitely stay, not only to see the awesome house at the end with a huge lot, it has some super unique features, but stay for that Starbucks gift card. And make sure your comment notifications are on, because every time you guys comment, I am not able to reach out to you. You don't see my comment back, so watch out for that. But let's get back to this first house. Obviously, walking in right in the entrance, you have a super wide hallway.
Exactly, big space. You can look all the way down, out to the backyard, which we'll showcase in a little bit. So it gives that, very, very luxury feel. What's kind of different about this home, they went with a different style doors. So instead of your typical door, this is kind of a, 5 or 6 panel look. So a little bit more modern and stylish. But from there, you have a spacious office. It does have a closet, so it could be used as a bedroom, but really they do have this listed as an office here.
Yep. Yeah, good size storage back here. Fit plenty of stuff. I know my office, I always run out of storage space and it ends up just on top of my desk, so.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice to have that.
This being a 2-story home with some bedrooms upstairs and a bonus room, you do have 10-foot ceilings in a lot of the main floor, which is really cool. So, tall roof or tall ceilings and plenty of space.
Yeah, to have that in a 2-story is something that is definitely always a little bit of a luxury. You have this huge closet or coat closet right off the front, so you can hang your coats, and there's a ton of extra storage. And back to this wide entrance, really wide hallway entrance to get into this living area. And I like the layout that they have here, but you guys kind of see a glimpse. We'll step out in a second of that backyard. That's absolutely amazing.
But to backtrack just a hair or two, usually, your guest bath or your hallway bath isn't anything to write home about, but they did build enough space to have a full bath here. So you do have a shower, tiled shower all the way to the ceiling. And again, that's a huge add, because to try and do this after you purchase a home is a major expense to get plumbing in, move walls. So to have this already designed in, really cool addition the builders.
Yeah, super thoughtful that they did that. You don't see that too often where you get the shower, especially a walk-in like that with the tiling all the way up to the ceiling, right off the front entrance. Especially, I don't know, if you're working in the front there, have that for your office space is nice too. This kitchen, definitely a more modern house.
Yeah, exactly. Even the cabinets here, it's the flat panel with the wood grain look, but kind of a more modern finish, a little cleaner lines.
Yeah, so you get the panel doors, you get this more modern kitchen, a little darker, flatter panels, and then kind of opens up into the living room over here with Yeah, you still get the coffered ceilings over there. You get the 10-foot ceilings all throughout the living room. This beam is also a nice little touch that they added to have it in this living area.
Yeah, just to throw a little extra, color and transition between the kitchen, dining room, and the living room. But as I was looking at this, just curious if anyone wants to comment. I have had people very, very opinionated on kitchen sinks, whether it's one big basin or have it separated. So this one's kind of half and half, but curious if people have a preference on, two separate little sink areas or one big open basin.
Yeah, sometimes it can go either way. I feel like sometimes a single's annoying because it gets the dirty stuff all over and you don't have like a spot for the cleaner stuff.
And sometimes they aren't designed well enough where they actually drain to the drain, so you get food sitting in a corner.
Oh yeah, for sure. One thing about this that I saw is the pantry is across the hallway. It's still a really good sized pantry, but definitely something that is a little bit more uncommon to have that pantry across the way. Yep. And then we can head upstairs first, and then we'll go take a look at the backyard. And then, as always, reach out if you guys have any questions. Obviously, we tailor these for local people. So if you guys are Boise locals, this channel is dedicated to people who live here. We're not going to go through the area. We're not going to tell you where Star's at because you guys know where it's at. Obviously, it's still going to be helpful for people if you are out of state, but just know that we're not going to be going through all the things that out of state people need to know. This is specifically tailored for you guys that live here. And one of those nice things too is that if you reach out, we can go out, grab coffee with you. We'd love to meet you guys, sit down, chat about real estate or not. We just love to get to know you guys. So shoot out if you guys have a question about this neighborhood in particular, or if you guys have questions in general. So
but with that, we'll head upstairs, and you can see a big flight of stairs, and that's because you have the 10-foot ceilings on the main level. So overall, a really tall house from the front. So again, the curb appeal on this one is, maybe my favorite aspect. But up here, you'll have pretty much all your guest bedrooms. So 3 full bedrooms, a bonus room, and your guest bathroom as well. So.
Yeah, nothing too crazy up here. You have a bedroom here. You have a bedroom here. You have the bathrooms there. Another bedroom there, and then this flex space bonus room. You could turn it into a room. Is a nice touch, and you should get a view of the mountains from up here too.
Yep.
So if you look to the right, you get a beautiful view of the mountains overlooking, and obviously right now there's not any homes back here, so for at least a little while they'll get somewhat of a break from houses and
for sure,
get to take a look at it.
And it is a little bit elevated up here too, so if and when anything comes down there, you'll still actually be above the roof line.
No, for sure, and this space is a good size bonus room up here. Tons of stuff you could do with it. It's not staged, so don't get too much of a feel. And then here's the bathroom upstairs. You get the dual vanities, and then you get the separate area for the bathtub and shower. Pretty standard. Nothing up here to write home about.
Yeah, everyone has different needs for their homes. A lot of these larger ones that have a higher bedroom count are going to be for your small to large families. So up here isn't anything extraordinary, but it's all still very good quality. Really nice flooring and carpet, tile in the bathroom. So you have hopefully all the bedroom space you need. Yeah,
for sure. No, there's definitely at 3,000 square feet. There's plenty of room.
Yes.
In this house, and we'll see it as we go through too. Then we'll head out to the backyard, because this was my favorite part about this house. Is we talked about Lavender Heights, and it's a top tier community. And one of those things is they have a ton of walking paths all over the community. And at this house, you're backed up to it. So you could put a gate in here easy and just walk right out your backyard and then start riding your bike. And Lavender Heights is connected to Sky Mesa, which is an awesome area over here. And then you have Pinnacle across the street. So a ton of really awesome communities in the Lavender Heights area that they're all really interconnected. So you can walk through all of these communities. And then of course, Discovery Park, which is insane. And me and Jesse raced over there. There's a 40-yard dash. We'll see if we can grab some footage of that race.
Now that you're playing basketball, we'll have to race again.
Yeah. Maybe I'll beat you this time.
But yeah, as far as Lavender Heights goes, we're seeing this more with some of these larger communities, which I really, really like, is there's varying levels of homes. So usually the same builder team, but like this one being on the edge, a lot larger, you're in the 900s, where some of these homes start in the 500s. But what's really cool is the same builders that are building the $900,000 homes or $1 million homes, a lot of them are building the same $500,000 homes, and they have the same designers, the same architects, and the same subcontractors. You're just getting a smaller package.
Yeah.
So you get some really, really great builders building a high level product. But if you're looking for something smaller, more affordable, you get the same benefits that come with that builder.
Yeah, no, for sure. And you also get the great community here too.
Yep.
And obviously, yeah, this backyard is a much bigger lot than some of those $500,000 homes.
Mm-hmm.
But for some people, right, the backyard might be something you're not looking for. You want something a little smaller. Maybe you guys are downsizing. You're looking to get into a smaller home that doesn't have the landscaping. And so it's nice to get that same quality home that Jesse was just talking about in a smaller lot, and not having to pay the price that you pay for, you know, a 3,000 square foot home with, you know, almost a quarter-acre lot here.
Yep. But yeah, you know, your living room or great room, obviously plenty of space. You can see there's, you know, ample opportunity for larger couches, TV in different sections, because I know some people don't like the TV above the mantle, so they do have the connections over here if you wanted it, you know, here versus above the fireplace. Like when we have spaces this big, ceiling fans have come a long ways. Same with light fixtures. Yes. So you have plenty more to choose from, and these ones in particular look really cool and kind of tie in the rest of the home. So.
Yeah, no more booby lights and standard white fan. You actually get some craftsmanship in the fans.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, as you're talking about the TV above the mantle, one of the really popular ones right now is these TV frames.
Yes, yeah,
it's
those
like,
are cool.
Yeah, it's the fad right now. I feel like
Yeah.
I keep hearing more and more about it, but that's where a frame TV does look really good above the mantle.
And have some, you know, digital art up there.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe even some NFTs now that crypto's coming back around.
Yeah, well, NFTs are cheap right now still, so no, for sure. Then right off the living room, obviously we're going into the master over here. And before we head into the master too, one thing I've noticed is this house does a good job of having storage. There's a number of closet spaces all over the house. There's one upstairs, there's one right here by the master, there's some up front, so plenty of room. And then heading into the master, beautiful accent wall over here. And then you get the big 3 windows with, kind of talked about it earlier, but you do get a really amazing view of the mountains right there.
Yep, a little bit foggy still, but again, at night, you know, you'll see Bogus Basin lit up, our local ski hill, and obviously get the foothills throughout the year.
Yeah, I know. I think everybody here is getting sick of this fog and stuff, so hopefully we get cleared up here soon. Then from the master, obviously heading into the master bathroom. One thing I liked about this master is you have more storage again. You have the standalone tub here.
Yeah, a little bit smaller of a tub. Brady might not fit in that one. I don't know if you're a bath guy, but what I'm feeling right now, which is nice because we were just outside, heated floors. So this feels great. You have your little heated floor control right here. So having that being added is, again, another little extra bonus that would be a real pain to do after the fact. So nice to have that.
Yeah, and then the walk-in shower I thought was a cool little touch. It's kind of hidden, so I feel like you have your own little spa area back behind the vanities. I know sometimes it's nice to have it a little bit more concealed.
And again, this is, you know, for those of you who may be a little bit more experienced in owning homes or living in homes, these are things you might notice as you're going through, but for some of the more, you know, first-time buyers or second-time buyers, some of the small things that you don't think about until you're living in a home that builders are finally, you know, starting to consider ahead of time. Having your shower faucet valves on this side, so you're not getting sprayed when you turn on the shower. Again, small touches, but sometimes you still see that in new builds where they don't think that through at the beginning, but in this case, obviously they did. So,
yeah, no, that's a good one to think about for sure. It's always annoying
have to reach and
yeah, exactly.
get sprayed with the cold water.
And then what we keep seeing more and more is the closet walks right into the pantry area. And then this house and other obviously have the mudroom here, but the RV garage we can go take a look because yeah, it's always interesting to see the inside of it. Some builders will do what you're about to see, which is these epoxy flooring. Not every builder does that, so.
Yeah, this is nice. And you know, unless you're gonna do it yourself, which a lot of people do and try and it works out okay, you know, this is a couple $1,000, if not more, upgrade that's already built into your home that you don't have to worry about later on. So small things because you don't really notice it and use it, but this is definitely a big addition. You have your water faucet here too, so if you want to spray off your floor, you know, wash a vehicle in the winter.
Yeah, the central vac system too, so if you want a central vac throughout the house. And then the thing about the epoxy floors that's nice when it comes with the home is most people use this as a gym anyway, and so it's nice not having to do that yourself or put down a ton of extra padding or flooring. It's just kind of ready to go. You could throw some fitness equipment in here and it feels just like you're at the gym. So yeah, nice touch. This is obviously going to be a really good size RV bay. It goes all the way back and then you have a door to your backyard, which is nice. But just wanted to show everybody what this RV bay looked like. We'll head back inside before we head to what is actually a little bit of a surprise second home. So this home and then the last home we looked at are obviously in the higher price points here in Lavender Heights, but we wanted to walk through at least one of the lower price point, mid $500,000 range to give you guys at least an idea. The home's not completely finished, so we'll run through it really quick to give you guys an idea of what those lower price points are out here in Lavender Heights. So let's go take a look. Okay, as promised, we're just gonna run through this one quick because as you can see, it's not completely finished, but wanted to at least give you guys an idea of what some of the lower price point homes in here. So this one's a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom.
Just under 2,000 square feet. 600K, I think, is the list price, and you can tell mostly finished, but a little bit left to complete. But yeah, real quick off the entry, office space or a pretty good sized bedroom. This is one of the 3 bedrooms, so you don't have a dedicated separate office space. This being a Ted Mason home, we've mentioned it, you know, builders are kind of known for certain little different things, and Ted Mason in particular does a lot of 45-degree angles, so it's not just squared 90s. So you have one, you know, you have one right here, so you have a little bit of a jog out. As you come into your second guest bedroom, you have this little, you know, kind of a turn here to come in, shelving, your guest bathroom, which is done up really nice. So for 2,000 square feet, $600,000 home, I mean, they didn't skimp, which is great.
Yeah, and the master bathroom in this one's super cool too. So they'll like that in here. And then obviously you have your bedroom there. And then your mudroom garage entrance here, and then this actually leads into the master bed and bath as well. And then heading over here to the living area, kitchen.
Yeah, good sized kitchen, probably a little bit larger of an island than you'd normally have for a home this size. And then this kind of being the extra feature, which is really cool. You know, a full set of cabinetry, your stone countertops, full backsplash. So have your little side nook there. Small corner pantry, but still a true pantry. And I don't think we've actually seen many homes or commented on it. A matte finish with a little bit of texture on your quartz here, so which I kind of like, but you know, a little bit different of a vibe than some of the other homes we've seen.
Some clients I have buying a house today, they actually have granite that has that same matte kind of black finish. And at first, I didn't even know what it was. But it's the granite, right? And they actually loved it. It gives it a unique look. You don't.
Even feel too.
It gives you a little bit more texture, but seems like everybody nowadays is doing the white, glossy countertops, and so it just adds that little extra touch. And the living area, and so this is where we talked. You'll see this backyard's tiny, and so in Lavender Heights, these lower price point homes, you don't get the big lots that we saw in the first house, and then we're really going to see in this next house. So that's the big difference between prices, I would say, in neighborhoods like this.
For sure, but you know, going through built-ins, which is great, you know, full fireplace, a good amount of windows and natural light coming in. Again, more of that angle, so you got a 45 here, so just kind of break up the squareness of a lot of other homes. And then obviously this being the master suite.
Yep.
Good size master suite for just under 2,000 square feet.
For sure, yeah. Yep. You can look in and peek at your neighbors too. When the fences aren't up.
Yeah, yeah.
Obviously there will be a fence there, but and then yeah, the master. This is you get the dual vanities with the little window, but the shower is something that I thought was a really awesome touch. You have the tiling all the way up to the ceiling, which is amazing. You got the seating back there. Is it going to be dual? Nope. So it'll have one single shower head, but just an awesome walk-in.
Yeah, especially when you don't have the shower and the bathtub or the space for it. Yeah. I hate when, you know, builders exclude the bathtub, but then have just a normal size shower. Like if you're not going to have both, make a true walk-in shower where you have some extra space, and they did a great job with this one.
Yeah, for sure. Well, that kind of
wraps this one up.
I just wanted to walk through this quick with you guys. Now we're walking through the laundry room, but it's not fully finished, so nothing to show here too much. But yeah, this is what you'll get in the lower price points. You're gonna see this similar throughout Lavender Heights and really any of the communities around here. But now we'll take you to the last house, which has some of the coolest features in this neighborhood, and it has, I think, the biggest lot. It's a
absolutely
huge,
beautiful inside.
Yeah, a gorgeous home. So let's go ahead and take a look at that one. Okay, now we're at the last house, which one of the first things is just the curb appeal. I mean, it's a beautiful home out front. Just has that extra touch. It's not so cookie cutter, a little bit more unique.
Yep. Yeah, different, again, different textures. You have your board and batten, and then your normal siding, a little bit of stone, the black, which has become super popular for exteriors to give it kind of that big contrast in colors.
For sure, yeah. And then even just this size of this driveway, I mean, it's huge.
Yeah.
We are tucked away a little bit, so it's in one of these tucked away homes that you see in neighborhoods, but you do get a huge front patio or front driveway space to have a ton of parking. You obviously have the RV garage. You have the beams up top to kind of give it that extra touch.
Yeah, the shared driveway, you know, not always everyone's favorite, but if you're going to have a shared driveway, be the end one, and you have all the extra parking space. So not a bad pick if you're going to be off of a small shared driveway there.
Yeah, and you're the neighbor driving in front of people's houses. Nobody's the one driving in front of yours too. So even just right here, this home, right off the front, you get the nice glass panel, big open doorway, front entrance, which there's a reason we're at this house, and we'll talk about the price at the end, but most people would probably guess this home is more than what it's listed for. So
for sure,
this is a very well priced home for what you get.
Yeah, and you know, I'm not a designer by any means, but we see a lot of homes, so we can tell like they kind of just threw a palette together, where this one is pretty darn seamless throughout. I mean, the design of colors and finishes on this really knocked it out of the park, especially in the kitchen area, which we'll get to here in a minute.
Yeah, that kitchen is beautiful. And then just little things in this house too is it's pre-wired for surround sound. So just things like that the builder thought about, right, is to just pre-wire this so you could have stereos in the patio and the garage and in the media area. So just little things to add to the touch of the home. You have the wainscoting in the front entrance, the nice chandelier. Beautiful entryway with these wide hallways. Yeah,
true office. In addition to the office, 4-bedroom, 3-bathroom, and it's an open home. It's all single level. It's pretty spacious at just over 2,600 square feet. But again, most of the different living areas feel separate. So you're not living in your kids or your guests aren't in the guest room and feel like you're right next to the living area. Like you do have kind of separate wings for everything, which is really cool and really only possible when you have a large lot like this one.
Yeah, and this backyard is awesome too. You don't only get the front, but you get the backyard as well. And then here, heading into the living area, I'll keep the kitchen from you guys for a little bit longer, but you can see these big open windows, and then you can even just tell the extra touch with the windows, and the black framing that the windows have gives it that extra touch. that you're just not going to find everywhere else. And
Yep.
then here's a little glimpse of the backyard, but opens up over here to the left as well. So you get a corner lot to give you plenty of room. And then this patio is huge. It's obviously covered 10-foot ceilings, but probably a 40-foot patio in the backyard.
Yeah, plenty of space for entertaining back there when it's a little warmer than right now. But yeah, again, going back to the design, just how, the soft wood tones with the gold fixtures matches the beams overhead, and again, kind of flows through the kitchen. It's done really well and is, extremely beautiful when you're actually in here walking through it.
Yeah, it's a beautiful home for sure. And yeah, it's always different than pictures. You always hit or miss whether the home's gonna look as nice as the pictures do, but this is one of those houses that definitely lives up to what the pictures show.
For sure.
And then obviously here is the kitchen, and this is what Jesse was talking about with just the design features that they chose. They really made it all come together with these gold handles that I know is super popular now. You obviously have the beautiful cabinetry, and then you have the natural wood island.
Yep. Yeah, a little bit reverse than the last couple homes we've seen actually in this community, where the island isn't the paint grade cabinets, it's the wood tones. And again, the gold, sometimes it's just in your face, where this is soft enough where you can't really tell it's gold unless you're really paying attention. But it even ties into the stone that they picked, which has some brown and gold veins through the countertops. So again, just looks intentionally designed. They did a really good job.
No, for sure. And yeah, we'll finish going through the kitchen, but just wanted to touch on this dining area and then these oversized
double slider
doors, which do those pop open all the way, Jesse?
Actually just single slider, but it has the window pane on the second half.
So it is a single slider, but at least you get that extra window to let in natural light. But then a really good sized dining area. Definitely a little oversized. I mean, you could fit a really big table here, especially if you got a circle table.
Yep.
And then that chandelier is, I mean, you don't see this in the price point that this home is at.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah.
Yep.
Which is what we talked about, where there's some things in this house that at this price point, it's honestly a really good deal. And we'll talk about that here in a second. But.
Yeah, and it's always fun when one of the highlights is the pantry. But again, I mean, you use your kitchen, your living room, your pantry a lot of times, almost the most often, except maybe your master bedroom. But this particular pantry is huge for one, and does have some built-in stuff. So, all the electrical outlets, but you have your wine or drink cooler. In this case, the microwave's in the pantry as well.
For sure. And you guys can't see it, but it doesn't end there. It goes all the way around too. So, yeah, giant pantry. Tons of room in here. Definitely a little added touch, and which means like oftentimes what you saw here, which they do use Bosch appliance, so you have the higher end appliances, but this is actually a double oven, so it's not a microwave on top. You do get a double oven there, which is a super popular thing to have. And then the sink is a single, so there's not a separator there.
Yeah, and one of the things that we really push our clients to do, or people that we're working with, is don't just go off of the on-paper statistics. So this particular home, being just over 2,600 square feet, feels a lot larger. And that's where going to see these homes, especially for the locals watching, let's go out and tour and view these homes. For anyone out of state, if you're not able to come out here, we'll go through and walk it for you, take videos, maybe do a FaceTime. But actually going through the home, a lot of times is going to be different than what you're expecting on paper. So 2,600 square feet, it feels a lot larger.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. When we were walking through it the first time, I thought this would for sure be a 3,000 plus square foot home, because it truly does feel like it. And we skipped this when we walked in, but off the front entrance is where you have kind of this separate living area that Jesse was talking about. And this is one of the first things that makes this thing feel bigger. But you have a half bath right here to give for all of the people you entertain. And then right here, you have another full-size bath. That's a dual vanity. You have the shower in here, which I'll flip the light on for you guys. That has the tiling all the way up to the top, and you can see the gold faucets and gold sinks to kind of give that same design feel throughout the entire house.
Yep, even little touches again. They could have just done a standard square or rectangle, you know, sharp cornered mirror, but they did one with a little bit more design aesthetics. It has the black wrap around it and matches the windows, the backsplash, and again, all the little touches are there for this home.
For sure, not just the touches, but they kept the design seamless while also giving it a unique feel. So like in here, you get the black backsplash. That's a tongue twister. And then you get the black mirrors, but you also get the same that you see in the kitchen with this kind of cabinetry. So it is all in sync, but at the same time giving each little area kind of a unique feel. So.
Yep. But yeah, on this little wing or section, the 2 guest bedrooms, the full bath and the half bath.
Yep.
And again, this little area just feels completely separate. If you were in your room or had to, you know, turn this into an office or a second living space, you don't feel connected or cramped to the rest of the home.
No, for sure. Yeah. And both of these have walk-in closets too. So just adds to that extra room that you feel like you get. They really utilize the space well to where both of these spare bedrooms, you get walk-in closets, you get 2 bathrooms up here, and it's its own section of the home. Then across, that'll be the entrance to the garage. We can take a look and head through the master this way first. But obviously you get the mudroom here with the entrance to the garage, and there is an RV bay. We won't step out there this time just because it'll be the same that we looked at in the first house, same size. But then heading into the laundry room here.
Yep, again connected to the master suite, and then right off the garage, so you have kind of 2 entries into the home. This one being a little bit more discreet, where you can get straight to your bathroom or your master suite and not have to go through the main living areas.
For sure. Yeah, and then here's the closet, which is, again, this is a closet that you would typically see in what I would think of as a 3,000 plus square foot home, because it wraps around again and is definitely larger than you see in homes like this.
Yeah, yep, for sure. Great to have all the built-ins, even this kind of being your pseudo linen closet for the master bathroom.
Yep.
But tons of storage space and a good size master bathroom as well. The shower in particular, again, kind of an upgrade from the last home we saw. You do have 2 shower heads, 1 on each side.
Yep, you get the dual shower heads. That way both of you guys can take a shower together, husband and wife. And then you get the dual vanities with that black backsplash again, and then heading into the master bedroom, where you get the beams up top again. So you get the beams in the top of the room, and then you get the 3 bigger windows, but then a cool feature is that door right there.
The separate patio access. So if you had, you know, put in a hot tub or sauna or something else outdoor, you could get to it separately from the main living area, just directly from your master bedroom.
For sure, yeah. And this looks like almost a California king. If not, it's a king, but to give you guys some perspective on this bedroom size. And now, as promised, we'll talk about the price. But before that, guess the price in the comments down below. And then when we tell you the price, the first 4 people who comment the price that we give you, that this home is listed at, I'll send you guys a Starbucks gift card. But again, make sure you have your comments turned on. That way I can get that to you. But yeah, this home is listed at
$930,000.
Yep.
And again, if we were to ask anyone before saying that, even in my opinion, someone would probably guess 1.1, maybe even higher.
Yeah. And I know there's 1 or 2 of you guys watching this being like, that's insane, that's a crazy price. But in Boise, especially in the area that we're at, in the SoMe district of Meridian, this area is absolutely blowing up in Lavender Heights. And yeah, a home like this in this area is pretty crazy to be under the $1 million mark.
For sure, yep.
If you guys think that that's too expensive and you want to check out something that is a little bit more affordable, then check out this video here. Me and Jesse go tour Trident Ridge out in Star, and that's definitely something that is a lot more affordable. You have homes in the $400,000 range with still getting some semi-custom looks. So go ahead, check out that video. Thank you guys for watching. Look forward to meeting you.